Hello and welcome to this video proceeding from the LLLight'in'Europe project. My name is Silvia Castellazzi and I am affiliated with the Innovation and Growth Academy in the Netherlands. In this video I want to illustrate you some of the research findings from this project. In particular, I want to discuss about the role of enterprises in supporting access to lifelong learning and training for their workforce. There is a certain consensus, in fact, that training and lifelong learning can be a win-win for the different stakeholders involved, for the enterprises, for the employees, and also for society at large. The issue is that segmentation in access to training is still high in the European Union. If we look at this chart, for instance, we see that those with tertiary degrees have 3 times the probability of joining lifelong learning initiatives compared to individuals who have low qualifications or no qualifications at all. And a similar segmentation happens if we look at the age of individuals involved or the type of contracts they are on. To tackle this issue, it is not enough to just ask companies to train more and appeal to their goodwill. Policies need to look at the incentives and the structure. And this is the approach we took in our research. We talked to experts in enterprises and to social partners representatives to understand which incentives are present in the market for training and how these incentives affect the decisions of companies when it comes to training. Understanding how such incentives work helps understanding how the system can be changed and steered towards higher inclusion and more effective policies. In our research, we found that the market for training and the interactions among actors in this market are very complex and fragmented. There is no single person or institution which is in charge of the whole process. We found, for instance, that the HR function is important to support innovative approaches to reach out with learning to difficult groups. And we also find that leadership and other management roles are instrumental to support training internally. So training decisions are by far not limited only to the HR function. Unions and workers' representatives are also often involved in negotiations about training decisions. And they could give an important contribution to inclusion and quality, but there is still a great potential to improve their expertise and knowledge base. On top of these elements, there is one further dynamic which policies are able to counteract only to a limited extent. Investing in the training of employees who are older, who are on temporary contracts, or who are lower qualified can be risky and costly for a company. In particular, each company wonders, why should I be exactly the one to do so, to invest in these individuals, when my competitors and other companies most probably will not do so? Why should I be the only one to be socially responsible and invest in my workforce? The risk of being worse off compared to others is what keeps many companies from investing and also what affects the effectiveness of many policies. To tackle this issue, we looked at pre-competitive cooperation agreements among companies as a way to facilitate investments in certain groups. Such agreements, which bring together companies on a pre-competitive level, can reduce the risk, in fact, for each single company of being the only one to run the risk. To tackle this, regional or industry-wide schemes can be helpful because they reduce the risks for the companies involved and are structured in a way that the benefits of the scheme only accrue to those companies which actually participated. Through these schemes, both policies and requests to corporate responsibility which target higher access to training and more inclusion can be made more effective. This is because they respond to the reality of companies and to the incentives and disincentives which they face. If you want to read more about this topic, please check out our policy brief with the title enterprises can help support access to lifelong learning and training, opportunities and responsibility. You can download this policy brief from the website www.LLLight'in'Europe.com/publications. You will also find several other reports and materials for download. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.